What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Upper 90 Goal YouTube page, where this page is dedicated strictly to soccer, or aka football, depending on what country you're from, due to the fact that I absolutely love soccer. Now, today I want to talk about the Premier League and what's all been going on in the Prem. Now, if you saw in the news, it's sad to say, but Frank Lampard was let go at Chelsea. Being a Chelsea supporter, I'm kind of up in the air how I feel about this right now because I really enjoy Frank as a manager. Last year, he went above and beyond to what the team was actually going to do. We finished in the top 4, and earlier this season as well, we were top of the table. But in the last couple months, the team has not been looking real well. The direction the team was even going in didn't seem to be helping. There was no real fluid or chemistry between the team, and I think because of that, that's why Abramovich wanted to change it and bring in someone else, which we brought in Tuchel, which I think is probably the smartest bet we could have went with as of right now, due to the fact that the two main issues or two problems that we're having right now are some of the players we brought in, such as Timo Werner and Kai Havertz. Now, our two German players, so happen to have a German manager now, so hopefully that can help them out. Also, it may help Rudiger as well with our defense because, again, also being German, it's sometimes nice to have a German manager. With the game yesterday, we went more with the seniority of the team. So we saw Azpilicueta over Reece James. We saw Mason Mount on the bench along with Pulisic. And I actually think the team looked fairly well in the beginning of the game. I mean, we came out pretty fast, controlling the game. We were a bit unlucky. We didn't end up finding the back of the net, but it did look really well watching the team yesterday. Now, we did play Wolves, which are a pretty solid team defensively as well. They more just sit back and counterattack the team. So again, we had more possession, we had more chances. Not saying that Wolves didn't have a few opportunities, because they definitely did. But overall, Chelsea looked a lot better this past game than they have in the last couple games. So we'll actually see how Tuchel does going forward. I have a feeling, though, he will probably change the team up a little bit because, again, he was only there for a few days, so it's a little bit hard to even implement any of your tactics to the team with a couple days. So again, I don't fault him for the starting lineup he did. I actually was happy the way he kind of did things because, again, Azpilicueta looked fairly well. Kovacic and Jorginho also look good in the midfield, but I do like Mason Mount. So again, he seems to be one of the top players. So hopefully he does get back into the starting 11 and plays a little more because, again, he did look really well when he came on. The other player that looked really well was Cho. I mean, he just did phenomenal up and down that right side, just working the defense, made multiple chances for the team, but again, we weren't able to find the back of net. We did come close right at the end too with the last corner kick. Kai Havertz had a nice header, but it did get deflected and went out, and that was the final whistle. So Chelsea ended up drawing 0-0 to the Wolves. So again, overall, I'm happy with the result. We got a point, but we are still sitting in 8th position, which again, I think we can do a lot better than that. Now, speaking of the table, if you haven't seen it, Manchester City is top of the table again, which I have a feeling they're going to start running away with this league because they seem to have clicked on all cylinders. John Stones and Diaz in defense are just pairing up so well that I think in the last 5 or 6 games they've had clean sheets. And again, they are just going through teams, just ravaging them, scoring multiple goals, just tearing them apart. I mean, Sterling, Silva, I mean, even their whole midfield, even Kevin De Bruyne is out right now, and they're still creating all these chances. So once KDB comes back, I can't imagine them losing a whole lot of games. And again, they're being so solid back in the defensive line that they're not letting many chances in as well. So I think they're on at least a 5-game win streak, if not more. Again, they are the team that are looking really solid. Obviously, Manchester United is right behind them, and they're looking really well too. Pogba is finally back into his form, which I think is going to help Bruno Fernandes because, again, it's going to take pressure off Bruno, who's been carrying this team for so much. And obviously, one player can only do so much. And obviously, if he has a bad day, the team's going to suffer. But if Paul Pogba is able to perform those days, again, they're going to go a long way. The only thing they're missing right now is the top front because, again, their forwards haven't been able to finish as of right now. But I think they're going to start clicking a little bit more as well. And then lastly, Leicester is also right there in third place. Now, they drew yesterday to Everton, so again, they could have bumped up a little bit higher with a win yesterday, but I think it was a pretty evenly matched between Everton and Leicester. James Rodriguez had a phenomenal shot, so not that Schmeichel could have stopped that, but Leicester is the team that I think is going to be the dark horse that could still win this league as well. I mean, they're still battling with a lot of injuries, but once their whole squad is healthy, I think they may be the team that could push for the title. But like I said, I think Manchester City is going to run away with it and not lose too many more games because I think Pep Guardiola finally has the right squad again to take this league. Now, throughout the rest of the league, the only thing that really surprised me is West Ham that I want to talk about. They are a team that just are blowing me away right now with how well they are doing. They are in the top 4. Again, their players are just playing out of their minds. I didn't expect this right now, this late in the season. Again, things could obviously change in the next couple of matches, but West Ham is a fun team to watch, and I think they will probably finish at least in the top 8 with what their record is right now. Obviously, some things could happen where it could go real south, but I think they're going to be a team that may qualify for Europa League. I'm saying that right now. Again, this video may not age well, but I think that West Ham will qualify for Europa League next season, which will be a lot of fun to watch them play. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you haven't liked, make sure to like and subscribe to this video because again, it helps grow this YouTube channel, helps the YouTube algorithm. So again, we can keep growing this channel, get more soccer content out for you guys. And lastly, we're going to finish with name this goal scorer, my favorite content of the week. So see if you can name who scored this goal. All right, so that was the goal scorer. See if you can name who it was. Comment down below if you know who it was. Again, I enjoy this part because I want to see how well you know players, how they move, who scored these goals. It's always fun to see the comments and who they guess who scored these goals. So that's all we have for today. Make sure again to like and subscribe. Tune into this channel each and every week where we talk about soccer.